and it's all to convince us. So it's all fake human history, and it's all fake science, and it's all to convince us that we are who we see in the mirror. And in this video, I'm going to break down why this is all fake, or as we now popularly say, fake news, and why it's so important. Because once you realize this, you can make more money, you can break out of the servitude of the system, you can heal yourself, you can uplift your energy, you can attract your soulmate, you can create peace in your own family, and truly start to change your life entirely just by knowing this powerful information that's been known for a very long time, but is not taught in schools. So, my name is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com. I know that sounds like a big statement that I just made, but if you hang with me for this full video, I think your mind's gonna be absolutely blown. But first, make sure you get my free success hypnosis right there down below. It's jakeshypnosis.com. It's my free success hypnosis. A million people from all over the world have used it to reprogram your subconscious mind and eliminate old limiting beliefs buried in your subconscious that are blocking you from what you want. Let's dive right into this video. So when somebody says, "Who am I?" our normal response is, "Hi, my name's Jake. I'm this many years old. This is who I am. I have blue hair. I have blue eyes. I don't have blue hair, but that'd be cool if I did. And this is who I am. I'm this many pounds. I'm this color skin complexion. Here's my story of my life. Here's how many rolls I have. Here's which ones of my teeth are crooked." We describe ourselves based off of the physical reality. And Buckminster Fuller said that 99% of who you are, you cannot see, smell, taste, or touch. Now, this is scientifically proven, but for some reason, nobody really knows this still. For some reason, we still aren't taught this in school. We're still taught this BS Newtonian model of looking at the world. It's false. It's been proven false for not just for like a week. It's been proven false for a long time. And here's what's so powerful about this. Your hand, like I say in every video, it's 99% empty space. All these rocks behind me, they're 99.999% empty space. So what is this saying? That the whole of who you are is non-physical. Now, the Newtonian model of physics was really cemented first by René Descartes. You may not know his name, famous mathematician, but you may know his statement. "I think, therefore I am." And what he said is, and what many mathematicians and scientists were having problems with, is they couldn't figure out mind and they couldn't figure out energy. So instead of trying to figure it out, they compartmentalized it. So Descartes says, and Newtonian model of physics says, the world is matter, physical mass, like reality is me as a physical being, and energy is kind of an unexplainable phenomena that's a side product. They said that energy is released when force is exerted on matter. When I'm pushed, energy's released. When you blow up a rock, energy's released. And that's all it is. Mind is this phenomena. So they pushed mind over to religion, and then science took over physical matter. The biggest mistake in the entire world, I think it was intentional, because you can see how so many problems arise from this duality thinking that's totally incorrect. We already know, science has shown us, this is a cup. It's a 99% empty space. This isn't an opinion. This isn't a conspiracy. This isn't New Age. This is a fact. So the entire Newtonian model of physics of seeing everything as physical is wrong. And Albert Einstein came along with E equals mc squared. Essentially what that showed us is that energy and mass are one and the same. Here's a phone right here. So instead of saying that this is a phone, E equals mc squared shows us that the mass of this phone is one and the same with energy, that there's actually no fundamental difference between the two, that mass or matter is made up of energy. Max Planck, he won the Nobel Peace Prize, and Max Planck had a very powerful quote Max Planck said that there is no matter as such, that all matter exists by virtue of a force. And he called this force the divine mind. That there's one originating substance. This guy won a Nobel Peace Prize. His name's Max Planck, right? And he said there is no matter as such. Now, we've continued to teach this BS idea that we live in a physical universe. So out of that belief system created victimhood in and of itself. Think about that. Because if you think that you live in a physical world and that energy and mind is something that you just chalk off to religion that doesn't have to do with matter in the physical world, then what we've done is we've created ourselves as victims in space and time that are subject to physical laws of the universe. I'm separate from what I want. I'm separate from God. I'm separate from other people, and I'm separate from energy. Separation belief system creates every problem in the world. You can't achieve what you want financially if you think you're separate from abundance. You can't attract your true soulmate in a great relationship if you believe that you're separate from the other individual. You can't obtain self-realization if you believe you're separate from God. This bursts depression, anxiety, helplessness, lack of purpose. This is why the Gallup poll said 80% of people say they're actively disengaged from their jobs. We're at the highest rate of stress-related illnesses ever. This all arises from separation. But it's not true because nothing is separate. We're in a giant field of energy. Albert Einstein called it the spooky science. He called it the spooky science. And when we grasp that we aren't separate from anything, that we're really a mass of energy moving at a very high speed of vibration, that our thoughts, our feelings, and our consciousness influences this field of energy, then we no longer give up our power to governments. We no longer give up our power to institutions and higher education. We no longer give up our power to people we put on a pedestal in business, in relationships, in politics, in health. And so essentially what we find is that we are very, 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 very powerful beings, and the entire world isn't what we think it is. So why is it that we're taught this physical Newtonian model? Because it breeds victimhood. Because it breeds helplessness. Because if you believe you're a body, then you're subject to all these things, and some things you can change. This bursts the idea of life's a bitch, then you die. Why would life be a bitch and then you die? Because you believe you're a physical body and you don't have control over the outside world, because the outside world is full of other physical matter that sometimes hurts you and sometimes you can't change it. And this goes on and on and on. So think about this. I want you to think right now, what is one way you've built a Newtonian model of reality where you believe that something in the physical world is stopping you? You may think it's your education. You may think it's the amount of light photons vibrating in your bank account. I don't have enough light photons in my bank account, right? You may think that your soulmate isn't out there. You may think that other people know better than you. You may think you don't know how, you don't have the research. I want you to think of one of those things, and I want you to laugh at it. Because it's bullshit. It's not true. Think about this. We know this isn't conspiracy. We know for a fact that everything is energy. There's one originating source of energy. You're already connected to everything that you want. So I want to leave you with 3 big takeaways. You aren't a physical body, right? And when we grasp that everything is energy, here's the 3 big takeaways. You are not separate from anything that you want. Number 1, you are not separate from anything that you want. How could you be if you're not a physical body and all matter is simply energy moving at a very high speed of vibration that appears to be real? How could you? Number 1, you're not separate from what you want. Number 2, you are not separate from God. How could you be separate from God if there's only one originating source? Remember that Max Planck quote? Father of quantum physics, won a Nobel Peace Prize. And number 3, you are not separate from anybody else. When you realize this, you realize everything you want is already here, because energy is never created or destroyed. It's just Basically, like when you're in the kitchen and your cabinet's full of cookies and you want cookies, but you don't see them on the counter, do you go, the cookies aren't here? No, you open the cabinet and you pull them out. Well, similarly, it's like there's a universal field of cabinets that you can open up that has all possible realities. All you gotta do is grab it. All you gotta do is realize it's already here. Pull it out and bring the abundance into your life. Recognize that you're a divine being, you can't be separate from God. Also, not just that you're a divine being, but God itself, the universe itself, the powerful creating source of all things, is on your side at all times. And you can call it into your life right now by taking a deep breath in. Just go, and just say, thank you. Thank you. And then say, I'm a powerful creator. All I want already exists. I'm already financially free. I'm already happy, healthy, and healed. When we do this, our life changes, our finance changes, our health changes, and when enough of us wake up to this, the world will change. The power systems will crumble, the dependency systems of the world will crumble, and we'll realize that we're more powerful, smarter, more capable. We'll treat other people with more kindness and compassion. We'll realize we're connected, and more importantly, we'll treat ourselves with kindness and compassion. So my name is Jake Ducey with JakeDucey.com. If you enjoyed today's video, right there down below is my free success hypnosis. It's jakeshypnosis.com. It's my free success hypnosis to reprogram your subconscious mind. Once we realize that all human history and all these things we were told are basically BS, we realize, oh my gosh, most of the things that I was told about reality are totally BS. And the trouble with that is that this has all been programmed into our subconscious mind. Now, the good news is we know from psychologists, 95% of our life is subconscious and we can reprogram it at any second. Repetition can reprogram your entire mind, turn your subconscious into a magnet to attract what you want quicker, faster, and easier. So it's right there down below. It's Jake's Hypnosis, pinned to the comments in the description right there down below. Take a deep breath in and out. Go like this. Holy cow, I just realized the secret to the universe. I'm a divine being, I'm not separate from anything that I want, and everything is energy. I am the imagination of myself. So give me a comment right there down below and let me know what you think of today's episode. Is this conspiracy? Is this outlandish? Have you started to realize these principles in your life? I know sometimes people don't want to leave comments, they don't want to hit the like button, but many of the top channels on YouTube pay to pop up in the top of the algorithm. So if you think we're doing important work, give me a comment down below. Let me know what you think of today's episode. Share this on Facebook, Twitter, social media, email, text it to a friend. Hey, thanks for watching today's episode. See you next time.